was the countdown.
Okay.
I'm already
I'll
recording,
here.
so I'm ready whenever.
I am too.
Countdown?
We're already recording, bro.
Okay, just do it. Do it.
Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of this little Tabor podcast with me, PV Tabor, and I don't know what you guys' YouTube things are.
Oh my god, it's Atlas.
It's me, Mr. Turtle. We got Atlas, and we got. Is it PV Tabor on YouTube too?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Atlas Plays, actually.
Atlas Plays on YouTube. Okay, I'll put their channels in the description. You guys, and we're just gonna be making a little like podcast series, something that you can just put on. You don't have to watch, It's not like action-packed rates. It's just yapping. Okay. So first off, we have to start with making a superhero group. I may or may not have stolen this idea from the Unsubscribed podcast, where you say a superpower, and then and then the other people get to come up with a downside. PV, he told us what his downside would be if for ours. Like, if I said mine is flying, which it's not. Lucas, why don't you go ahead and tell us what the offset would be?
So each time you fly, you get AIDS.
No, it'd be much better if you get, like, a chance of getting AIDS each time.
Yeah, so, like, there's, like, there's, like, a 1% chance of getting AIDS each time you fly.
The chance just goes up.
Happen.
The chance goes up every time you fly.
Yeah. It's like one time it'll be 1%, the next time you fly it'll be 2%, if you haven't already gotten it yet.
It'll be random. It should be random. Oh,
it's like
yeah!
opening packs and seeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After you get it, it resets. You can still fly, you just have AIDS now. Okay, now let's actually start. Okay, Lucas, you can't use that setback anymore. Okay. What would I want my superpower to be? Telekinesis. That's what my superpower is. Now you guys have to try.
Okay, listen.
You have to work together to come up with the downside.
Okay.
Every time he uses telekinesis, a random object just flies at him. Sometimes, like randomly.
So like he can't control the telekinesis. So like.
No, he can control it, but after he uses it, a random object literally just comes flying at him.
So like it could be anything from like a fork to a Chevy Corolla, Toyota Corolla. I mean.
Yes.
Or it could be like a house, anything, like a train could go flying through your window.
So like, if it's tied down and get like ripped up and tossed at me.
Yeah. So like.
Yeah.
So, okay. So let's say there's a plane in the air, okay? And like you're in a skyscraper, okay? And you use telekinesis to grab a thing, and so the plane will get launched at you. Like it doesn't matter if it's like 2 miles away, it'll get launched at you. It'll do anything to get to you. Kind of like the immortal snail, It will do anything to get to you.
That's a pretty good one. Okay, Lucas, your turn to choose a superpower.
Okay. Okay. I think my superpower would be, okay. This is a really good one, okay? An infinite Coca-Cola can, okay? Nobody else can drink out of it, only me, and it has an infinite amount of soda in it.
How does that happen in crime?
Well, like, let's say there's a guy holding a bomb, okay? And he's like, it's not even because he's a bad guy, it's just because, like, his wife just died or something, or his wife just broke up with him. You could say, hey, you want to sip from this Coke can? It makes... Okay, how about we have this? It makes everybody feel better. The other people can drink out of it, and it makes them feel better instantly.
Okay,
I know the downside. I think... No,
you have to beat
I know the downside.
Girlfriend or daughter?
I know the downside. The downside should be every time you use that Coca-Cola bottle on somebody else, you get depressed.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You just get really depressed.
Yeah, because you make the other person happy, but you're depressed.
Because you have less Coke.
Yeah.
No, you don't have less Coke. It's an infinite Coke.
You don't have less Coke. It's an infinite Coke.
Oh shit, yeah. What happens if you subtract from infinity?
You get infinity.
Infinity. Oh my god. Bro, okay, we're just gonna sit here yapping for like a straight hour.
Okay.
Exactly, that's what a podcast is. Okay, so, Jordan, your turn.
Okay, I think my superpower would be invisibility.
You have to be completely naked, and the only thing not invisible is your penis.
So wait, like the only thing that's not invisible, right? Like the only thing
Exactly,
that's not
so he has to
invisible.
get completely naked, and there's one part of him not invisible, and that's his penis.
Okay, so like let's say that he uses it for some devious things. Okay, so like he walks into like a girl's bathroom or a girl's locker room,
And he
and
can't
there's just
cover
like
it with anything.
like a 2mm defeater. There's like a 2mm defeater.
If he tries to cover it, he becomes uninvisible
like,
again. Becomes visible.
It looks like a little flying button. It looks like a little flying button.
The downside is just he has a
2mm
small
defeater.
dick that's uninvisible.
Yeah.
Okay, back to, Turtle.
Yeah.
We already did our superpowers. Okay?
Yeah.
Now what should we get?
Oh, should we go to?
We're gonna sit here yapping for another hour.
How's your guys' day been?
I mean, it's been pretty good. I've been pretty busy today, but yeah.
Yeah, me too.
It's been going. We didn't go anywhere because I'm sick. But, you know, days are days.
My day was pretty good. I woke up this morning after staying up all last night playing Lego Fortnite with my friends,
Oh my god, bro.
trying to get blast cores. It was pretty fun. And this morning, my mom was like, "I'm heading to the Walmart to get Christmas gifts, so you guys can't come," which made me really upset because the Walmart's the best place to go shopping.
Yeah. You can find things that your mom would be willing to get you that you think would be cool.
Exactly.
Because it's cheap.
And so I was sitting at home, chilling, you know, cleaning up my house a little bit. Well, cleaning up around the house a little bit. It isn't technically my house; it's my mommy's house. But still, cleaning up the house a little bit, you know, waking up my siblings, you know, stuff like that. And then my mom gets back, and she's like, "Okay, now we're gonna go to your grandma's house and help start making baked cookies. We're gonna go. I can talk. You just have to trust me. We're gonna go bake some cookies at your grandma's house." I'm like, "Okay, that's hype." My grandma's just making cookies while everyone else is just standing there because she's dedicated to the craft. And, you know, we're having fun. Chilled. Me and my little brother go downstairs to play darts. And then, I should say this right now to make this story make more sense. My parents are divorced. So,
Oh.
yeah. Marcus?
Same here.
Podcast.
Yeah. So,
But anyways,
what should we do next?
just wait. I'm not done with the story yet. I'm yapping on my day. Okay, leave me alone. But then, Marcus. Okay, my brother just reported to me that there's been 4 emergency responders drive by.
No.
Like on the bridge? Huh. Good thing they're not coming here. That's 4? What time is it? It's like 11. It's 12:07. Oh my. Almost 12:10.
Oh my gosh.
But anyways, so yeah, my dad rolls up to my grandma's house because we're gonna go hang out with him for the rest of the day. My dog just howled and it scared me. I'm not sure this is the best night to be recording a podcast episode, but we're doing it anyways. So yeah, we go hang out with my dad, and near my dad's house there's this like creek that flows through town, and it's like frozen. There's this big part of it where a tree fell down that's just like frozen solid. I found this giant stick, like
Bro found the magical stick.
it's so thick. I'll try and put a picture of it as the thumbnail for this video. If not, that's fine. But it's 5 emergency responders. I'm making a podcast episode. Why?
Actually, I gotta make a thumbnail. So this is gonna be a thumbnail.
I'm gonna. Okay, Marcus, I will. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay.
Is this the best game to be doing a podcast in?
Yeah,
Now, let's be real.
cut that stuff out. I'm just trying to tell a story.
I'm not gonna cut stuff out.
If there's Marcus, if there's an accident on the bridge, are there lights coming from the bridge? We'd still be able to see like the lights through the trees and stuff. Can you see them? Yep, there's a sixth now.
Do you need to go, do your...
What do you mean go? What am I doing? What am I supposed to do? Am I gonna go save him?
I mean, we made the superhero group for a reason. Just make sure you don't use your flying too much, and 'cause if you do, you'll get AIDS.
I use
Well,
telekinesis to get the people out of the car. The car just flies back at me.
Yeah. You're gonna
love
do
that.
that
I found a
instead
big
tree.
stick, and I decide I'm gonna cut this stick in half because it's like giant, it goes over top of our gutters at my house. So I run inside, grab my little multi-tool I got for $10 at Walmart one day. Okay,
Oh my god.
it has a little saw. in it.
Everything's at Walmart.
Shut up. I start cutting. I get a fair bit through the stick, and I realize it's dark out. I should probably go inside now, so I did. And then, yeah, that was my story. Whenever we head back to my dad's house, we're gonna be processing that stick some more. Try to get it in half, because it's a sick stick. I think I want to turn it into like a walking stick, because that'd be sick.
Oh yeah.
That round.
Cool. Okay,
Yeah.
so who's up next for storytelling?
I think Lucas is.
I don't know what to
Lucas.
talk about. I'm gonna be honest. I mean,
Come on, you're a chill guy. You have to have something.
I know, I'm a pretty chill guy. So, oh yeah, so I woke up this morning, and, in our town, we have this little, recycling plant that you have to take all your stuff down to and sort through it. And, I went there today, and when we were going through our stuff, we opened one of the bins, and a raccoon jumped out at my sister. It missed, but, it was kind of cute, and I really wanted to ask my parents if I could get a pet raccoon.
Were you gonna
And-
steal a raccoon from the dump?
No, I wasn't gonna steal that, but I realized how cute raccoons look, and I wanted to ask my parents if I could get a pet raccoon, but I already knew they would say no. So what I did is I tried to take the raccoon that was in the dumpster.
Okay, so you did try to
I
take it back.
tried to hide it from them while I took it home, but the raccoon didn't like me. I don't know why. I'm a very likable person, and it tried to bite me, and I didn't let it because rabies.
You
Might have
tried
had
to
rabies.
take it home.
So what I did is I kind of threw it after it tried to bite me. I kind of threw it into the. And where you put the cardboard is gated off, you can't get in or out of it. And I put the raccoon in there, so it might still be in there. It probably escaped somehow.
You
But,
sent that raccoon to prison, bro.
It did. It tried to bite me, so it was reasonable.
You tried to kidnap it.
But my parents saw all of what happened, and they were like, "So, what were you trying to do there?"
Take this
And I
raccoon home.
told them I wanted a pet raccoon, and they were like, when you move out, you could so do that, but not right now, cause I don't know what they said, but they said something really stupid. I just know that.
It's
That's
probably
my
something
story. I
like
don't-
because they tear up furniture. Because they do.
Yeah. Or another cool pet would be a a hedgehog. A hedgehog would be a really cool pet, because have you seen how cute they are?
Yes. My
Until they launch the spikes at you.
That's a
No, that's a
porcupine.
porcupine. But a hedgehog is just kind of I'm gonna get okay, what I want to do is I want to get a hedgehog, And then I
And
want
name it
to like
Sonic.
dye its hair blue. I want to dye its hair blue and name it Sonic.
I don't
I
think you're
knew
able to dye them.
I
I
knew
think that's a crime. I think that's animal
I
cruelty.
mean, no. Okay. So then when it rolls up in a ball, it looks like Sonic when it like rolls up in a ball, and he starts like going really fast.
Bro,
What am I gonna
you
do?
should
I'm gonna
get,
get him.
bro,
I'm gonna get
you
him a
should
really
get-
big hamster ball.
you should get a bracelet. You should get a bracelet that's like gold, you know? So,
Oh my
so
god.
like, he goes through the golden rings.
No, I shouldn't do. I should make him a little obstacle course, and it has like little, like, loops, and he has to turn into his ball form and like go around the loops.
That'd be pretty cool. Did you say his ball form, though?
Yeah, his ball form, you know. You know, like when he rolls up in a ball.
I love my hedgehog's ball form.
I love my hedgehog
He's in
ball
a
form too.
Pokemon, bro.
Poor Sonic, I choose you. Like, bro.
Okay, guys, can I share my story now?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be from today. It can just be any story.
I know. One day, like, I wanted to go to my dad's house, you know? Cause, like, I just wanted to.
Just felt
Like,
like
my
it.
uncle from Florida came over, so, like, obviously. Yeah, before they came, I got to shoot, like, a BB gun and stuff. Old-fashioned, lever action type stuff.
Pretty cool.
What do you mean old-fashioned? I have one.
Like,
Like,
lever
what
action.
brand was it? What brand was it?
Red Rider, probably. Or
Yeah,
Daisy.
No idea.
if it's old fashioned and a lever action, it might as well be Red Rider.
No
I have a
idea.
Red Rider, it's
Like,
hype.
you have these copper BBs. They're, like, copper.
Oh, then there's a pellet gun. Well, maybe.
No, they're not. No, it's not.
No,
Pellet
it's
guns
not.
shoot
Those
pellets.
Well, I mean, that's close enough. A pellet looks like a BB.
Doesn't make it a
It's
pellet
just
gun.
made of metal. I'm pretty sure the definition of a BB is like a plastic ball. I'm not even gonna lie.
Are you challenged mentally?
Maybe. It's
think
okay.
you are.
Listen, it's
Guys,
12
chill,
at night.
chill,
It's
chill,
12 in the morning.
chill,
It's
chill,
12 in the morning.
chill.
Shut up.
Fair point.
We
It is
have
12.
podcasts. We have podcasts. Okay.
I have proof. I'll go here. I'm running down to the little clock for the proof.
See, like, hang on. I'm gonna show my viewers what is not a BB gun and what is called an AK Alpha.
12:16. Right.
This is not
Yep.
a
12:16.
BB gun. This is an AK Alpha, okay? Not a BB gun.
No, duh, it's not a BB gun. It's explosive to war.
Look, see, this is a Glock mag, okay? See those in there? Those are not BBs.
This is supposed to be.
Be
This is supposed to be a
careful.
pod. this
Learn
is supposed to be
trigger
a podcast.
discipline,
This
kids.
is
Learn trigger discipline, kids.
supposed to be a
Bro.
podcast, bro. Stop.
This is learning about us. Okay.
This is learning about what's not a BB gun.
Guys,
we
I'm gonna
listen.
create
We're
this podcast
yapping.
on Spotify.
Oh
We're
my
gonna
God.
top the charts on Spotify, bro. You just gotta trust.
Bro, we're the unemployed. We're the unemployed yappers right now. Okay.
That's
Definitely
honestly.
did not copy that from a guy that plays Valorant, but don't question it. Okay. So, yeah, I got to do that. The food was delicious. I couldn't eat the fish or the cake. Sadly, it was his birthday. It had pecans in it. I can't eat nuts at all.
Oh,
You eat my nuts. Okay.
then how do you
Okay.
suck my pee pee?
Right, you suck my pee-pee.
But,
Bless me.
But yeah, everything was kind of good. Yeah, everything was perfectly fine. So guys, I know what we should do next.
What?
We should. Okay, let's do the superpower thing again.
No, that's boring. We already did that. Okay. Okay, let's share our best emergency room stories.
Emergency room. What do you mean?
Like.
Oh
damn-
yeah. Oh. I damaged
You're the first turtles.
Me? Okay.
I
So
wanna go first.
my first experience in the ER is also my only. I've been to the ER once, and it was like 2 years ago, 2 or 3. I was a whole 13 years of age, you know? Believe it or not, it wasn't a broken bone. So I was chilling in my room, you know, watching some videos, you know, chilling. But I had school the next morning, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go use the bathroom, then I'm gonna go to bed. And keep in mind, my room is like really small. So my desk is like against a wall, my bed is against the other wall. I can barely push my chair out far enough from my desk before it hits my bed to get out.
Same here.
So I push my bed out, so I push my chair out, stand up, go to move. My foot catches on the chair, on the leg of my chair. Cause my chair is like one of those school chairs, you know? I don't know where I got it from. But it's like one of those plastic school chairs.
Yeah.
And, what happened was, earlier that night, I had a glass cup that I filled up with juice. Because I was thirsty.
Oh my.
I brought it down in my room. And it fell off my little nightstand thing onto the floor without me realizing. So I trip, fall, slam, knee first, right onto this cup. And it broke in such a way that it left 2 cuts on my knee. One where a small piece of glass got lodged in, and another part where just like the main glass part of the cup sliced, like right on my knee.
Oh.
So and my bedroom's in a basement, so I had to, and the thing was, I quickly flip over, look at my knee, see that there's scratches, like my pants are ripped a little bit, so I quickly rip up my pants leg, tear them, like accidentally tear them a little bit, just pure adrenaline ripping up. I just see this blood gushing, so I'm like, damn. So I hop up off the floor, rip my door open, one leg hop onto my stairs, jump, because I don't have like railing on my stairs. So I jump up, grab like the edge of my staircase, and start pulling myself up. And through sheer force of will alone, I burst into my mom's room, turn on the light, sit down on the bed. We have a problem. I just look my mom in the eye, one leg up. We have a problem. I sit down on her bed, show her. She's like, damn. My little brother walks in. He's like, what's happening? What's happening? I'm like, I'm gonna die. I didn't actually say that. I was like, I cut in my leg. So yeah. And then my mom like wraps it because she has some like wrap for that because I don't. She put so let me think. She put a like wet washcloth over it. And I told my mom that there's a piece of glass in part of it, and she's like, I didn't see any. So I was like, please don't put that on, because I don't want it to go in further. And she's like, put it on anyway. It was fine. She wrapped it up with something. I don't remember what, but it was like, kind of a bandage type thing. You know?
Like a bandage from Ghost
Like gauze? Well, not gauze, but yeah.
Kinda. A little bit, you know? But anyways, and then I can't barely, like, touch the floor or move my leg. It's my right leg, my right knee. And I'm like, I can't do this. And my little brother has the bright idea of grabbing the crutches that we have. You know, the emergency crutches. So, like, he brings the crutches up. I hobble myself out to the car. Keep in mind, it's like 9:30. So I got up at 9:30 to use the bathroom. You'll see why that's important later. So my mom's driving me to the ER. And I was like, so what are they going to do, you know? Because my mom worked in a nursing home for like 13 years. Like, helping people, stuff like that. So she knows stuff like that, you know? And she's telling me, like, they're probably going to use needles to put some anesthetic in there, you know? To numb the area.
Yeah, probably
And they're probably going to put
painkillers.
stitches in. I'm like, I don't really want to get stitches. That don't sound like fun. She's like, have you seen your leg? I'm like, fair point. I didn't actually do that. I was kind of scared, you know?
Yeah.
And then my mom's like, so we pull up outside the ER. And my mom's like, stay right here. She runs in, grabs a little wheelchair thing for me.
Oh my god.
I hop
I
into a
bet you
little...
were so embarrassed. I bet you were so embarrassed too.
A little bit. I was like, this sucks.
Like, bro, imagine seeing a kid in the wheelchair.
Bro.
Well, there's also a big
Okay.
wrap around my knee. So,
Listen, not to be offensive to anybody that is in a wheelchair.
he hates cripples.
Shut up! No, I do not.
No. Fun fact. This is like completely unrelated to the topic, but one time this girl, like this really annoying girl in my class, was in crutches, and she was sitting down, and her name was like Gracie, I think,
Please.
and I scream, Gracie, do the crip walk, and she was like, I'm gonna punch you, Lucas, and I was
Hey,
like,
Gracie,
and I was
crip
like,
walk.
what do you? No, and I said, what are you gonna do? Chase me? best like 30 seconds of my life. But continue.
Yo, Gracie, crip walk. I'm gonna punch you, Lucas. What are you gonna do? Chase me? That's a great one, bro.
That would be, bro. That would be me, bro. If an annoying girl walked up.
But yeah, I get him.
Bro, wait, guys. No, wait. Shut up. Unimportant to your story. Bro, this is annoying snitch in my class, bro.
Believe it or not,
He took an
shush.
act.
I'm trying to tell this my story. You can tell your story
finish the story.
afterwards.
Okay.
So, I get wheeled into the ER, you know, chilling. My mom's like, hey, he like cut his leg. I'm not 100% sure how. Yeah. So yeah, we go get me in there, and the nurse comes in. He lifts up the like cloth thing, and he's like, oh yeah, that's ooh. Checkmate, bet. He didn't actually say that. He was chill.
Checkmate, bro.
And then the best moment of my life, they took some of that like really nice like room temperature sterile water to like flush it out, and it felt so nice, bro. I was laying there, just like that stuff running all over it. I'm just like, oh.
Bro's like, oh, it feels so good, so
Yeah, they
good.
like prep the area, and the doctor comes in and he's like, okay, we're gonna put some of this anesthetic in your knee, around the area. So he goes around, sticks it in, and that anesthetic in the needle, it's probably the worst stuff ever. I was holding my mom's hand, like squeezing it tight, because it stung when he put it in, like, my grippers were in full lock in.
He goes around and sticks it in. My grippers were up. Man, I'm starting to think you're purposely doing this.
I am, it's funny. Yeah, the needle, when it was, like, after it injected, it stung. And keep in mind, I'm not, like, a little guy, by any means. So,
Big guy?
yeah.
Bro's a big bag.
I wouldn't say that. But I'm definitely not small, you know? So, after the first thing of the anesthetic, he goes around, like, pokes the areas with a needle. He's like, does that hurt? Yeah. Does that hurt? Yeah. Does that hurt? Yeah. The anesthetic barely worked, bro. They're like, okay, we're gonna do a second round of this. So they do the second round. He pokes. Does that hurt? Not really. Does that hurt? Yeah. Does that hurt? A little bit. Does that hurt? Not at all. Does that hurt? Yes. Does that hurt? Owie. Does that hurt? A little bit. And he's like, okay. Do you think you could use a little bit more anesthetic? I'm like, hell no. That hurts. I didn't actually say that. I was like, no, I think I'll be fine. And he's like, okay. And he's like, okay, we're gonna search to find any glass pieces in here.
Search and destroy.
And my mom told me that they were gonna search around with tweezers, you know, feel around. And I look over to my mom as he's searching around in there with his tweezers, and her face just mouth open, smiling. She's like, this is really cool. And then I hated it because I couldn't feel any pain or anything there. Because, like, the area was numb, but, like, poking and stuff really hurt.
He was like, no, this is not fun. This is
So I
not
just
fun.
felt digging around in there. I wasn't sure what was happening. I look at my mom. I'm like, they're not using tweezers, are they? He's using his finger, isn't he? And she's like, yep. And they didn't find any more glass. So they bring in an x-ray machine. They blast me, see if there's any small glass particles. There ain't. So then they stitch me up. And let me tell you, those stitches were the worst feeling things on this god.
Wait, bro. How do you
on
get
God's remake.
stitches implanted? How do you do that?
With a
What do
needle.
they do?
Like, they sew you back together, bro. That's what
Yeah,
stitches
they
are.
basically sew your skin together.
Yeah.
So if you know how to sew, you know how to do stitches.
I'm never leaving my home ever again.
And, like, the feeling of the string being pulled through the area, like, after the needle went through, because it still stung, like, a little bit from the needle briefly, and then, like, tugging on my skin, I about threw up in there, because it was the worst feeling. And then I got to go home. And for, like, a week or two afterwards, I had to rub, like, some ointment on the stitches, put this, like, little gauze pad over it, and, like, tape it on with, like, scotch tape or something. Not actually scotch tape. I use, like, duct tape, though. And then after, like, maybe a month, I had to use the elevator at my school for a little bit. Which, like, I could make it up the stairs pretty easily, but I just didn't want to.
Bro, your school is hype.
My school is, like,
elevator in your school? Now, dang.
my school is just one story.
It was hype. Our high school is 3 floors, which is honestly really hype.
Yeah.
But the amount of people that get, like, their feet ran over in the parking lot, that elevator gets used a lot, so. Yeah, already this year at our high school, there's been, like, 2 instances of kids getting their feet run over by cars and needing to use the elevator, which is actually insane.
Alright, so let me tell you what I got.
No, I'm not done yet.
Oh my god, you literally said that you went home. Like, jeez, how much yapping can you do?
Yapaholics
In one
Anonymous, bro.
episode.
Yapaholics Anonymous. But it's already 12:30. But anyways, so, like, then we go to get my stitches removed, and it stung. And then like, a week after I got my stitches removed, I saw this little, like, black dot under, like, the scar area. So I'm like, I pick at the skin around it a little bit, because it's, like, flaky. I realize it's an entire piece of stitch. Like, the suture stuff. I was like, oh my god, that was just sitting in me? I told my mom, and she's like, yeah, that happens sometimes. I was just flabbergasted by that. So yeah, anyways. Your turn.
Okay, so basically,
Not your
this
turn,
is like
Lucas'
really oh my god!
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay, so basically, this is like a little annoying, like snitch. Let's say that.
This is not an
It's like
ER
a
story,
girl.
bro.
Fine. You wanna? Well, I didn't.
Tell
go to the
whatever
ER.
story you want to tell. It's fine.
It's an injury. It's an injury story.
Did you get beat up
I
by
went
a woman?
No. I went outside to go ride on my scooter, right?
You go outside.
And like, what?
You go outside.
Sometimes.
Or sometimes.
But like, I have this electric scooter. We live next to like 3 hills. I decided I want to go down one of these hills. Bro, I got all the way up the hill. When I got on that scooter, bro, I started doing the death wobble, bro. I tripped.
Speed
I
wobble, bro?
tripped. Yeah, bro. I tripped
Oh, my knee just popped.
over. Tripped over the scooter. My leg felt like it was broken. I checked my leg. The entire ankle was bleeding.
Ooh.
My other entire ankle, also bleeding. Both of my elbows, also bleeding.
You just got
Bro.
road rash.
Like, bro, a few days later, it started developing, like, this black stuff over, this black crust.
That's
like,
called a
it healed
scab.
from there. Yeah. And then, like, I still have, like, bro, I still haven't got my skin back from where I lost that. I still haven't got that back yet.
Okay.
And the fact that it was 3 months ago, like, bro. I still haven't.
And then after Lucas tells his injury story, you can tell us about the snitch.
Ooh, man.
Okay, so I have 2 times I went to the ER, but I'm gonna only say the one that's most interesting. So Okay, so in my town, by our elementary school, there's this really good hill for sledding. Okay, snowboarding, sledding, whatever
Don't you
wanna do.
live where the rally is?
Yeah,
Alright. My dad works there.
but what happened was I was sledding that day. Okay, and at the bottom of the hill, like a little bit farther than the bottom of the hill, there's this wood gate that like surrounds a baseball field, like a high school baseball field, I think.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
And okay, so I was sledding on that hill, and I was sledding more. So what happens with that hill is the farther you go, the steeper it gets. So I was sledding on like the steepest part of the hill, and I went down. Okay, and I don't know why. So what happened was I was going really fast, but by the time I was just like looking around, then I looked up, and the fence was a good 2 feet in front of me. So I jumped out of the sled, but I was still going too fast. And I slammed into the fence and broke my arm.
Ooh.
So after that happened, I realized I couldn't move my arm, so I called my mom with my left hand, That was the worst, because I'm right-handed, but basically, she comes, and she looks at my arm, and the first thing she says is, "Ooh, that doesn't look good." Like, bro.
That's reassuring. Ooh, that don't look good.
That's reassuring. That don't look good, because apparently my arm looked like it was bent. It was my forearm that broke.
Oh, forearm
It
bent?
looked like it was bent, almost. That's what she said it looked like. So she drove me to the ER. And what happened was, they, did their x-ray, because I said I couldn't move my arm. And they said basically what happened was, my forearm broke. But along with my forearm, and one of the, I think it's like a tendon or whatever that moves, like, your fingers or something, one of those got severed. And it was like the one that controls like my right pointer finger, I think. So it got severed, so I could barely move it. Like, it was like only able to move a little bit. And they said if I moved it too much, it would completely break. So what they had to do is they had to put me in a cast for a little bit. And what happened? Well, so after we went back, like after that amount of time, my bone only healed about half as much as they thought it would in that time. So they had to leave it on for longer, and with your right pointer finger not working, it would be like I tried to grip something, but it would just slip out of my hands. Worst time ever. But basically, we went back after more time of leaving it on there, and it was still okay. Like, it was a lot better, but it still wasn't fully healed. Longest time I've ever had a cast on. But
sounds like someone wasn't getting enough iron.
Yeah, but
or calcium or whatever.
So after the next year after it broke, I don't know why I had the smart idea to go sledding again. Okay.
Did you break your?
This time I learned from my mistake. And I went to a not as steep part of the hill. So I go again, but I missed the fact that there is a like, what is it called? Like the scoreboards, like the big scoreboards.
Okay.
And it was metal poles on the ground, and I missed the fact that it had those. And I was going down, and I slammed my hand into one of them really hard, and it was my left hand, I think, because I was going down, and it was like I was going in between the poles, and I slammed my left hand into it. And what happened was, they said I dislocated like a finger or something, like. I think they said it was my pinky finger or something. I dislocated it, and that made sense. But what they had to do is, you want to know what the worst time of my life was?
What?
When they had to pop it back into place.
Yep.
It felt like they were ripping my finger off, and then you know like when you crack your knuckles?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what it sounded like, but extremely loud as soon as they got it back in place. Like, it sounded like a clink, it sounded like a full-on.
Like when you put the skull on top of skeleton house, Scott.
Yeah, like that. It was a really gross sound, and even the doctor said they've never heard that it be that loud. But yeah, that was my story. Sledding really hates me.
Alright, so
That sounds like that hill hates you.
It's time for the snitch story now.
Yeah, I'm excited for this.
Same.
The story that you guys have not been waiting for. So
I've been waiting for it.
So So basically, she's like very annoying, very short in general. Real. So basically, bro, we were like, this was like break time, let's say. It was break time? Bro, she was trying to sit in a chair. Before she sat in the chair, I took that chair. She did not try to sit down in it. There was a chair right next to her, bro. Guess what she did? Walked up to the teacher, said, yeah, he just took my chair. I'm like, and the teacher's like, get back the chair. I'm like, what? There's a chair right next to her. Like, what? Why can't she just walk over and get that chair? Is it that hard? Like, bro. And also, one time, we were playing a game of tag, bro. Like, I was playing with them and stuff. She joined in, because, like, obviously the girls wanted her to join in.
You
And
were
so, for
losing up
some
the
reason...
huzz?
What?
You were losing up the huzz?
Sometimes.
Is she built like Gorlock?
Of
No,
wolves?
no,
Galactic?
bro. Wait, guys, do you know that girl from, the movie Monsters?
Yeah.
That's how short she was.
Bro.
That's insane.
So basically, bro, one time, yeah, we were playing tag. She got mad at us for camping base. She was right next to the base. And she's like, when I turned around, you guys could have got out base. You would have tagged us. Like, god dang, man. Like, chill out.
At least you guys still have recess.
Yeah, 5th grade. It's bad.
You're in 5th grade now?
I got
Stop
one
hating.
more. I got one more story, and it's a good one. So
Alright, then
it's
I got
about
a story.
chairs.
Then I got a
one's
story,
about-
and it might need a
this
little bit of
one's
a
about-
visual representation, though.
This one's about a chair. Okay. Also.
A chair.
So there is this kid in our school. He's a special ed kid, and he's 5'5" horizontally,
My god.
and like
His
5'5" horizontal.
his volume is like 235 feet cubed.
He is 3,000 gallons.
He's 3,000. But no, that's not my story. So basically, what happened is we have this STEM lab at our school, and he sat down in one of the chairs. He didn't even slam into it. He just sat down, and you know how like the legs on a chair are?
Oh no.
He sat down, and it crushed the chair down. Like literally crushed it down to the legs. One of the legs got bent like almost a full 90 degrees. And then the other ones were bent a little bit less. But all the chairs were bent after he sat down. Do you understand like how hard to do that is? Like, he's probably, like weight-wise, he's probably like 3 or 4 of me.
My goodness.
He's like 5 quesos.
He can jump and 12 were found dead in Alaska.
Okay. Time to whip out my good visual representation for this story. This story happened when I was like 8, during the summer, when I was going on a bike ride with my dad and my sister. So, where we were riding bikes, there's this hill. It didn't look like that. Let me change that. It wasn't very steep. But there's this hill by where we were riding. It was kind of. It wasn't that steep, but that's how steep it felt when I was 8. So, yeah. And this is like a side view. It's like this is the sidewalk, and this is the sidewalk. This would be like road, you know. And then, so blue will be my dad. My dad was riding the road on his bike, to like, and if there's any cars coming, he would move over to the side, because he didn't want neither me nor my sister to actually fall into the road, you know. I'll be the green marker. So I was riding on the sidewalk closest to the curb, okay? And my dad said that we were gonna keep going straight, after my sister asked if we were going to be heading down the hill. She was like, I don't want to. That hill looks scary. And my dad's like, don't worry, we're not going to do the hill. So, and then all of a sudden, my sister, who was riding on the other side of the sidewalk, closer to the hill, goes down the hill. You know, just a little arrow. And she's on her bike, you know. No. And she got the speed bumps, you know. So she ended up crashing. And it's, I kid you not, it sounded like a cartoon crash. Like, I swear I heard the cat yow and everything. Like, it sounded like she slammed into the side of a car or something. Like a parked car, of course, not like hit by a car. So, my dad rides his bike down there. That's the wrong color. And he tells me to just walk my bike down, because he doesn't want two kids crashed. So I walk my bike down. And I don't see my sister's face at this point, because, like, she's on the ground, you know? But, I'm sure if I send this video to her, she can write a comment of what her point of view of this entire situation was.
How old is your sister?
Right now?
No, like, how old that and, like, when this happened?
She's like 8. She was like 8 or 9. And now she's 15. Gonna be 16
Let me hit up your sister.
No.
Here's where the shit.
I agree with him, bro.
She's gay, bro. She's lesbian.
Oh, never mind, bro. Don't let him.
I think so.
Don't let him.
Don't correct me.
I think so. I think so is crazy.
That bike crash really gave her some brain damage then.
But yeah, and then this nice lady, she was actually the nurse at our school that my grandma was friends with, actually. She's like, do you guys need a ride? And my dad's like, yes, please. So we all hop in. I think we just left our bikes there. I'm not 100% sure, though. And my dad hops in the passenger seat. My sister hops in the middle of the back. And I used to sit down next to her. And my dad is holding his hand back so that way she doesn't drip blood all over this person's car. I look over. Her face is just bloody. Her mouth, ooh-wee. So we get to the house. I'm not sure if she went to the hospital for this or not. But we get to our house. She lays down. And my mom is like, hey, don't sleep. Because she was like, I'm tired. And they didn't want her to, I'm assuming they didn't want her to go to sleep so that way it'd be easier to take her to the hospital, you know?
Yeah, or they didn't want her to see the light and die.
She wasn't gonna die. I don't think. She didn't, at least.
I mean, she obviously got some pretty bad brain damage, so, you know.
And she slammed her teeth on the concrete, so she had to get fake teeth. I think she still has the, like, fillings in her teeth. She bit me with them once and I hit her, and then yeah.
Yeah.
She also told me when we were, so, I have this teacher, this was this year, and, he, like, when I was coming out of his class one day, my sister was standing next to him outside of his door, talking to him, and I just hear her say, yeah, you should fail, and then she said my name, so I just shoulder check her, and she's like, ow, and the teacher's like, heh, you probably deserved it. He's a G, though.
He's a chill guy.
Really, he's my language arts teacher.
Oh, yeah, W chill guy.
Okay, so, I know this is a bad time to ask this, but, like, when are we gonna wrap up this podcast? Like, especially just this episode?
I don't know. You guys want to do a final read for it? Like we do it right at the end of every single one?
No, because that's gonna take way too long, little bro.
Yeah.
Well, at the same time, my viewers starting to get a little bit low, so, you know.
You guys want to end it here?
For a what?
I think that'd be a pretty good spot to end it, I mean.
What would?
Yeah, end the podcast?
The podcast.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna draw something real quick. Just say goodbye.
I'm gonna draw my thumbnail.
I'm not. I'm gonna draw a good heart and just say good night, everyone. That's a terrible heart. Let's try that again.
That's a terrible heart, Jersey.
Drawing
Actually,
stuff
no,
on
I'm
this
just gonna
whiteboard
make
is
it
so much fun.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tab out, guys.
See you
so-
later, man.
Yeah.
Alright,
Bye, guys.
Well, guys.
Bye.
This was just the first episode of the Ghost
Tabor
Tabor
Yaps.
Yapping Podcast. The Tabor Yaps, yep. Tabor Yaps. Okay,
Perfect
goodbye,
title.
guys. I was just doing that for my ending real quick.
So guys, if you guys want to see like more episodes like this, like podcast type wise, subscribe, like the video, and share to others. Because I only get one viewer. Thank you.
The chance I get 0 viewers on either of these videos are really
I
high.
hope you guys enjoyed this podcast thing, but I think we're gonna end it here. You didn't have to watch the visual representations. Okay, those were just for added effect. This was made to try our best to be nice and strictly audio. That's why we did it with each other, not being able to see, you know? But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. Have a wonderful night. Or whatever it is, you know?
Oh, this is gonna take so long to forget.
Goodbye.